Hello, welcome back to the channel. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I do not read reversals, so you won't see those in here. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with you. If it does not resonate with you, I suggest checking out your other signs to see if they do resonate. Now I'm starting with the Spirit Animal Oracle. I already pre-shuffled those cards, so they are out. We will talk about them and then we will go a little bit deeper with some clarifying cards. So to start off with, on the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for this reading is the Otter Spirit, You Are Never Alone, number 42. Okay, so the otter nurtures and expresses themselves through touch. They hold hands, they hug each other, they actually fall asleep holding hands, right? To remind us that we're never alone, okay? They experience friendship through tangible and tactile ways, so you should definitely be focusing on that for the month of August. Use communication with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, your actions. Presence really, really matters in the month of August, okay? Remember who is there to love you. Show them that you love them back. It is an equal give and take, and then you will receive that as well. Celebrate love and companionship for the entire month of August. It is the number 6, right, which talks about support, companionship, help, communication. And also in this card, there are feathers as well, right? I don't know if you can see that from here, but there are feathers in this card, which actually represents your guardian angels being there to guide you on this journey. It also has an emphasis on the heart chakra. Obviously, it is shaped like a heart here. So it is a giant emphasis on the heart chakra and opening yourself back up to divine love. Now, the first card that came out was Parrot Spirit, Watch Your Words, number 45. Okay. Parrots mimic the sounds that are around them. So, what stories are you telling yourself? What are people saying to you? Are there projections that are happening? Are there real beliefs that you have around yourself or around other people? It's going to be a time for you to take a look at those during this month as well. Watch your negative self-talk, right? Whose messages are you repeating? What messages are you repeating? Do they truly belong to you? So only repeat what you truly, truly believe to be true for yourself, okay? Most of the stories we tell ourselves are not actually ours. They are a subconscious program that we have believed for so very long and we've repeated for so long that we now believe them. So just watch your words. Be generous with your compliments and your love. It does highlight the throat chakra, right? Because we're communicating with our words. Mercury is the planet of communication, and it is the post or the pre-shadow, the shadow, until August 4th, I believe. So Mercury then will go retrograde, which talks about communications, and it talks about a bunch of different other things like technology. So you'll see a lot of miscommunication happening. I think this is just a way for us to reassess how we'd like to communicate or what we're communicating. Okay, so this is really fully in alignment with you. It is the number 9, right? 4 plus 5 is 9. So the numerology for that, what I heard when I was reading the card, is you're one step away from completing a cycle. 9s talk about solitude, independence, going within, isolation, and the individual. So you may really be one step away from completing a cycle that you have been holding on to for quite some time. There is an emphasis on the crown chakra as well. He is wearing a crown, this little parrot. It's kind of hard to see in gold there, but he's wearing a crown, right? And then I really noticed the sacred geometry in the back, right here. So you could have like tattoos that are sacred geometry or really seeing sacred geometry. I know that when I first started doing meditations, it was a lot of sacred geometry, a lot. And then as I would develop through my psychic abilities or meditations or level up in spirituality, whatever you want to call it, it started to become different shapes and move different ways. So maybe meditation is good for you as well for this month. The next card we have is Rhino Spirit. Overcome any obstacle. The number 50. So the rhino talks about breaking through stubborn obstacles. Have clear, deliberate intentions for what you're going to do in the future, the foundations you want to lay, the people you want in your life, the way you want your business to go, however this applies to you. Do not limit yourself because of these obstacles, okay? You are a powerful, powerful being during this month and always, not just during this month, right? And you can open up doors for yourself at any point. You can literally plow through the obstacles. You can go around them. You can just use all of your resources to figure out what it is that you need to do, okay? And I do want to let you know if something is blocking you, that there may be something better coming for you. So don't see it as something negative. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Okay. You are strong right now. There is an emphasis on the third eye as well in this card. The roses that are on the card actually stand for passion and creativity. The wings that are on him talk about freedom. And the number 5 talks about changes. It also talks about conflict and chaos. Okay, so there are two sides to these obstacles. You could choose to see the light side, that things are happening for you, or you could choose to see the dark side, which is things are happening to you, right? And that could be the conflict and chaos. I really feel that you are coming out of this. I think it's an inner conflict, if I'm being honest with you. The inner conflict could be the stories that you're telling yourself. I think you're shifting to a place of truly, truly co-creating with spirit from your heart space. The next card we have is Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, number 6. So the beaver talks about establishing a clear connection with source. Stay committed to your disciplines, okay? You're going to want to follow through with all of your tasks, all of your rituals, all of your everything that you're doing, right? Because this is what creates a solid foundation. When we line everything up, right, stick by stick as a beaver would, we can actually divert the flow into a different way, right? We can have it flow a completely different way as long as you're consistent with your actions. So to build that sturdy foundation, it does take time. So don't rush yourself. Success is seriously, seriously assured at this time for you as long as you're having faith and having gratitude and moving toward those steps, right? Right? Adding one stick at a time is totally fine. Use all of your resources at this time as well. Now, the number 6, which we did talk about the outer spirit. Okay, so the number 6 is about community, relationships, support, and help. So lean on your community for ideas, answers, relationships, just someone to talk to, right? How do I do this? The best way to get the answers you need for a solid foundation, right, is to ask someone who's already done it. Ask a master. That's the best way to do it. There are also feathers in this. Again, your guardian angels. You're seriously protected right now. The crown chakra is highlighted again. And then the beaver really does stand for adaptability. So your ability to adapt at this time is going to get you through this next phase. The next card we have is Crow Spirit. Co-create with spirit, number 17. So the crow is the messenger of spirit. It's known to be a messenger, right? And what Spirit is trying to say is that we understand that thoughts become things, that intentions shape your experiences. So align your thoughts and your beliefs with spirit and with yourself, right? From your heart space, align that because the law of abundance is working for you right now. And if we're constantly in this negative self talk or we're believing stories of lack or scarcity, then that is all we can create. So really connect with source at this time. This highlights the throat chakra and the heart chakra as well. Got lights in both of them, right? The heart especially. So really, really drop into that heart space this month. Really figure out what it is that you want to do for your next chapter. Understand that you have resources, you have community, you have everything that you could possibly need at this time. The crow talks about psychic abilities, wisdom, and insight. So if you do your daily practices of connecting with spirit, however that looks for you, you will be able to get the answers that you seek. The number 8 is associated with power and movement and abundance. Okay, so it is here and coming. Now I'm seeing 5, 6, 6, 7, 9. Okay, or 8, 9. No, 7. So 8, 9. So 7s talk about reassessment, reflection, planning, and decision. So I think what is missing right now or what's going to be happening for you during this month is that reassessment. You're going to figure out what's working for you, what doesn't. Mercury is just going to give that beautiful gift to you. So use it wisely. If things come up from your past, if like thoughts or old beliefs start coming up and you're like, I thought I did the work around this already, then there could be a seed that's even deeper that you didn't really realize. Okay. And Chiron is also in retrograde. So Chiron is the wounded healer. So wherever your Chiron lies, I would also check out readings for that as well, that sign as well. Okay. So we're going to pull some clarifying cards for each one of these. What do we have for Parrot Spirit? Is a large chunk of cards. Sorry, I'm looking for 3 Spirit. Thank you so much. The King of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. With the Tower on the bottom. All right. So I think you're going to be finding out some emotional truths, whether it is outside of you, whether it is within you. I'm thinking it's more of something that's within you. Maybe you've been focusing way too much on the negative, on the past, on things that really aren't serving you anymore, things that you can't change, you can't go back, you can't, right? So the truth about how you need to work on emotional maturity is not the right word. It's emotional balance, I'm going to say. So you're going to be working on that emotional balance. The Tower, the 6 of Cups, yeah, it's really, you're like really nostalgic or reflecting on the past right now. And we have, look at that. That's incredible. So we have the Tower, we have the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. So 666. And then the 10 of Swords. Okay. So maybe you're looking back at the past and you're really reflecting on how people in your life, possibly you gave more to them than they were giving back to you. How you could have gotten, this is what I just heard, I could have gotten so much farther had I left those things, right? Had I left that person, had I not stayed too long, had I not blank, blank, blank. You're still holding on to a piece of the past. And it's almost like you need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself, A, for holding on to it for as long as you did, and then forgiving others for doing whatever the thing was. Okay. Rhino spirit. Judgment. Six of Swords. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm thinking what the obstacle is for you is that you maybe yeah. Okay. So the obstacle for you is doing this emotional work. Whatever that reflection is on the past that you're doing constantly and the stories you're feeding yourself, that is the obstacle for you. So I'm going to invite you to change your perspective on how you view yourself, how you view other people, maybe relationships, maybe friendships. It's like you're going to be making a judgment to move forward with passion no matter what. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, two aces in here. So you're going to find out the truth of what this emotional blockage is. Then you'll be making a judgment call to move forward and go toward your passions anyway, and leaving the sadness and confusion and heartbreak behind. You're going to heal from it, which is exactly what we should be doing. And I'm super proud of you for doing that work in advance, Beaver Spirit. That is also a lot of cards. Yeah, the Four of Wands. Foundations. Oh, and the Nine of Cups. The Two of Swords. And the Two of Wands. Okay. So maybe right now you are in two places. Maybe you don't know fully what your foundation should look like. Maybe you don't fully know what you want at this time. I think once you clear up this space, it makes complete sense though, because when we have these subliminal messages, right, or these subconscious beliefs that we're focusing on the negative, we're actually manifesting from that space, even though we don't realize it fully. Okay, so when you clear out this space, you're going to be manifesting from a healed place, and that's going to open and invite in some questions. What does a solid foundation look like to me now that I'm this new version of myself? What is emotional fulfillment for me now that I'm this new version of myself? It could create a little bit of stagnancy or blockages for you with that Two of Swords here. It doesn't have to be that way. It could just be indecision, which is totally fine, right? Because you can take your time. And I did see the Knight of Pentacles fly out the first time. So, and that is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it's like taking your time to really fully incorporate this healing, integrate the healing, understand what it is that you want your foundation to look like, understand what that emotional fulfillment looks like for you so you can build on that. Don't let your mind take over. Okay, there's a point to be logical, and then there's a point to really wish and dream from your heart space. Okay, put both of those into action, but do it mindfully. Okay, with the Two of Wands, it talks about really going out and seeing the world, right? He's got one wand in his hand already, and he has the world in his other hand. It's like he made his choice already and what he would like to do to move forward. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the Sun, right? So the Three of Cups can talk about celebrations, friendships, but when I'm seeing it with the Queen of Swords, it's almost like you're cutting out some people that aren't really for your highest good at this time. Things are going to be illuminated over time, right? Maybe in this month, maybe not, maybe before, right? Time is fluid, so however this resonates for you. Things are going to resonate differently. You're going to start seeing people for who they truly are, and it's Spirit's way of letting you know that these people just aren't for your highest good. They're not in alignment with you. You're not a vibrational match. So that may throw you off a little bit into what does this look like then? Right? Which makes sense as, you know, as this otter spirit sits here staring at me, like, you are never alone. So lean on the friendships that you do. And I know cancers are such beautiful fucking souls, dude. Your hearts are gigantic. So knowing that, right, you can feel when a person is for you or not. The second they make contact with you, the second you see their face, whatever that is, you know. You know. Your intuition will be like, yeah, that person's for me all the way. Or no, that's not. Like, I don't trust that shit at all. So pay attention to that intuition this month. Seriously. Really listen to it. And watch how people talk to you as well as what I just heard. Watch how people project things from themselves onto you. Crow spirit. Whoa. Eight of Cups. The Chariot. Yeah, you're going somewhere. There's going to be a lot of movement in the month of August for you. One more, please. The Empress. Bruh. Yeah. And the Five of Swords. So there are going to be some people who don't understand you. They may cause some conflict in your life. There could be a loss of certain people in your life because of, and I'm going to say it, jealousy, bro. Really, it could be jealousy. It doesn't normally mean that, but the way that he's like looking at these other cards here, like this Five of Swords, the way he's looking over here, it looks like it looks like envy. So just be careful with how you handle things. But it looks like, dude, you're moving right into an abundant state. It could be toward an Empress. It doesn't have to be, right? If you're the Emperor in this situation, you could be moving towards somebody new, but this could also be you embracing that new beginning, that abundant, fertile, brand new beginning. You could be birthing something new at this point and really working with spirit at this time. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away from things or walking towards something. And the Chariot talks about movement. So you're really headed toward this abundance. Justice and the Moon on the bottom. So Justice talks about balance, right? And then the Moon is like secrets or illusions. Maybe that's something that you don't see that's coming, is things are going to balance out for you. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Always have that fucking gratitude every second of every day, dude, no matter what it feels like or looks like in your life. That's the most important thing. Gratitude. Gratitude attitude. All right. What advice do we have for Cancer for August? Thank you so much. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, Justice, Three of Pentacles. All right. And then the Death card on the bottom, my friends. So, and I think it's really a death to indecision. You're going to make a choice. So the Seven of Pentacles talks about, really it's the karma card, right? Reaping what you sow or waiting for the seeds that you've planted to be harvested, right? Do I harvest them now or do I wait and watch them grow more? The Queen of Pentacles talks about being really solid and stable in your foundation. The queens always operate from their heart space over their logic, okay? So the way that they feel, their intuition. So you're really connected with the seeds that you've planted in the past on a heart level, and they're going to balance out. This can also talk about your money, literally, your resources. There's a lot of pentacles down here. So it's like you finally collaborate with other people. That's what's going to balance things out. The scales are tipped more. Okay. So the feelings that you're currently having about working with other people and friendships and the people that have been in your life previously and how they could have possibly created issues or conflicts or chaos in your life or your business or your friendships or whatever that is, your family dynamic. Um, you're going to be healing that this month. So you can collaborate with other people to elevate yourself. That's it. That's what's going to balance out, you guys. Now, I've been pulling cards from the interactive cards. They are actually used for parts work in therapy, but I use them for inner child healing purposes. So I am going to ask what Cancer, what their inner child needs at this time. There we are. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, we have this. So you could be learning something new, going back to school, really diving deeply into more knowledge, or I heard turning knowledge into wisdom. So you could really be focusing on that at this time. What I'm seeing here is your inner child needs discipline from a lighthearted space. Okay, so the discipline that needs to be there isn't really like, punishment. It is having things in order so you can move through this next phase. But don't be too disciplined on yourself, right? You also need play and fun and friendships and joy and things that really bring them out to you. You could have had somebody, right? This is the card. This also showed up in another reading. I just can't remember which one it is. So, it says, brush your teeth, comb your hair, wash your hands, stand up straight, be polite, eat your vegetables, do your homework, be punctual, clean your room, rake the yard, take out the trash, clean the garbage, wash the car, be nice to your boss, get a promotion, pay your taxes, give to the poor, remember everyone's birthday, be polite, politically active, save the whales, save the world. All right, so that is a giant laundry list of things. You could have in your childhood been molded to be a perfectionist. All right. And I think that it has caused you really to feel alone or not be able to stand out and show yourself out into the world. I see this is the next card here. And it's so interesting because the way they come out, it's like this. Okay. So with all this discipline, it's like this person here is ready to shoot this person, right? But he's protecting this one. And what that shows me is that this is how you truly feel. But it's because of this, right? Because of that discipline. It's like you feel completely alone and isolated because you almost have too much discipline. And it's like there's this person or this belief inside of you that's like, I have to do it this certain way. I have to. Like, and that's really some like Virgo energy, honestly. So you may have Virgo in your chart, but it's like he's really protecting that discipline. But this is how you truly feel on the inside, which is like isolated and alone because there's so much control that's here. It's like there's way too much control that you're protecting. Maybe you have way too many tasks at hand and you need to use your resources for like other people, right? Your friends, your acquaintances, whatever it is, learning to trust. And then this is the last card, right? So it's like being vulnerable is what I heard. It's time to be vulnerable. Open yourself up to love, friendship, guidance. I see butterflies in here, which talk about transformation. Dogs talk about loyalty. There's a rabbit in this as well, which talks about abundance. It's like you have things around you. Spirit's trying to communicate with you and let you know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay. And I think that's the wisdom that you're going to be learning over this next month. Now, that is the reading for you, and that's all I have for you. So if this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments how it resonates with you. I love sharing space with you. I love sharing time with you and hearing other people's stories. It's why I do this. So, if it doesn't resonate with you though, go check out your other placements, because there's something in there for you, I promise. I've never had a reading that doesn't resonate on some level. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.